The content for today's class is about the smart cities. And just to begin with our discussion, we know the IoT was being given from the contribution of Kevin Ashton, whom we call as a father of the IoT. And he believed that IoT could turn the world into the data, and that in turn could be made use to take macro decisions on all those facts which relates to the resource utilizations. And information was a great way of getting the sources through all the means, and the information was acted as a great way to reduce the waste which is occurred by the devices, and in turn it was helping out to increase the efficiency. And that's what he meant the Internet of Things to be coined when he was carrying out a job at MIT at the center called as Auto ID Center. And the Kevin Ashton, again, he had just said the Internet of Things makes the people from unconnected to connected. Now, we can just observe the various technologies which would enable the IoT. Probably it could be the big data, where the data will come with the format of structured or an unstructured means. There is a networking standards which was established with all type of an internet protocol with an underlying versions, and the latest being with an V6 versions. There were an involvement of the devices which we connect to have an larger scalability, and it's going to give a distance coverage. And that was referred as an ubiquitous wireless coverages. And there may be the technology which probably will have sensors being adopted to the system, and the use of a sensors would be 50% cheaper what we were seeing within older days. And now we have an bandwidth which could be cheaper, but down the lane, if we are just moving back within past 10 years, these factors which I had given in terms of technologies was very much expensive. And we also have the smarter phones which will act as a personal gateway to the people who are working with an environment. And there is a role of smarter chip processing units which comes with an hardware system. And internet, it's basically on acting as an human to human affair, but it's also having a transformations through which the possibility of seeing the smarter things goes from everything to everything. And this all would happen with respect to the mere communication being established by the respective channels. And now let's just take up a quicker understanding with respect to the normal social networking websites, where you all would have had a Facebook account. Through the Facebook account, probably you might have just connected to the smarter objects or a smarter things, and that in turn gives a storage to the underlying storage capacities observed through the clouds, observed through the normal data storage at the appropriate data centers. Now, there is sensors which marks as a very important actions through which the Internet of Things gets its binding done. And without the role of sensors and actuators, the world will never go for digitization. And it is that fact which will locate the data making use of an appropriate GPS sensors. It locates the actual people who are with a real-time system by having a capturing done with the related cameras being installed, on audio being heard through the help of a microphones, or we are going to have a measurement done with various factors where there is a change with the climatic conditions. Now, when we observe this scenario in a diagram which is listed down, we could note a user who is having a hand just clicks with the help of his finger. Automatically, the light should trigger and it should be switched on. And this switching on has a lot of effects where the switch on should give the position, the presence, and the proximity from where the user is just pressing the button. Then there is an ambient versions through which you could make your entire home to give a pleasing effect. There is a role which I call as identifying a leakages which is occurring when there is an water filling done with respect to the tank. Or I could see from this diagram, there is a tap and the tap has been flowed with water, and unnecessarily the wastage of water should be avoided, and this can be controlled if I have a smarter device which is attached to the system. Then there may be a chance of gaseous component which may leak, and the identification of this leakage would be triggered through a device, and in turn the appropriate measures can be taken into account. Likewise, we have a lot of actions or an activities which could be triggered in an IoT space. And making a movement with respect to the connectivity, we had seen with our previous classes, there was a broader increase with respect to the connectivity. The inputs which are obtained from a digitized world are actually placed on an appropriate networks. A network there comes with various fashions and flavors, maybe with a Zigbee, it could be even with a Bluetooth, it is with an Wi-Fi, it is with a normal range covering to an actual tower, trying to connect on single house, trying to connect multiple houses which is located, and trying to have an establishment in terms of local area network or a metropolitan area network, or it could even be a wider area network, or if it's limited to a personal region based, we can associate a personal area network. Depending on these inputs, we usually work or act upon with an IoT space. Now, yet there was a third key component which was marking an important entity with respect to the digital world, and those are the networked inputs which could be combined into a system where we have an integration of data, we have an integration of people, we have an integration of processes and the systems for taking a better decision. Now we have got people and processes, and these two are totally different aspects. When I observe people, there may be an application, the people should hold an analytics, the people having an location and a tracking being established, the people involved in checking the financial conditions, the people who are interested to have an better relationship with the customers from an organization, or the people would like to have a remote monitoring and a maintenance actions. On the other hand, there are processes which could occur or which could trigger to carry out all this kind of activities. And the processes are nothing but the mere applications which will be executed with respect to an IoT system. Now, moving to the next important aspect called as global internet device forecast. We have seen from the historical milestones as the days got progressed, and we are with an reachability of 2021 right now. There is a wider range of devices which are added to the ecosystem. It could be from the tablets, it could be from a smartphones, or it could be from the actual web, or it could be from the standalone system, or it could be from any type of a real-time associated components. And the role of Internet of Things at today's date, it could cross more than 45 billion devices, and that's what we mean as a global internet device forecast mechanism. Now, we have got the identification through which people are treated with the help of the things. Now, the people who are the existent versions of the system will always consume the data. People will contribute to the observed data. People also will be communicating with an underlying machines gathered through the help of tablets or phones, or even it could be from the human sensors. Irrespective of all this type of people who are involved into the system, there are a lot of connected objects each and every man, woman, or a child on the planet should substantiate with. And now, how big or how small the internet market is, that's an one more interesting point to be addressed. You could see from this diagram, there are a lot of applications which is binding one commonality called as the application development. And when an application development has to be triggered or has to be implemented, it's all dependent on the type or a system which relates to the actual market opportunity. Now, there are a lot of benefits which we can observe from the perspective of IoT. If I wanted to make certain application to be smarter, maybe I just taken a case study here as the same smart city architecture. And with our smart city architecture discussion, the government always aims at having a reduction with cost with the sub applications which are integrated into the system. The government always looks for improvisation with an efficiency factor. It looks to create an innovative products. It will always aim in generating a newer revenues by giving some kind of flexibilities. Then the government also would like to interact with the consumers who are using with the system. Government would also have the information how many devices are installed with one particular region or one locality, and these type of informations would be gathered by the system, and it will aid or it will assist the government to take better decisions on the related functionalities what the city is working for, and the environment through which it can be observed or acted upon when the smarter cities has to be developed is with respect to the manufacturing. It could even be with respect to the oil, gas, or mining, the insurance, the transportations. Then it could even come from an health sector, or it could even come from a defense, agriculture, connected home, or a food services which is required, or probably it can have an infrastructure, the utilities, the retail, the hospitality, logistics, banks, healthcare, and it could even be a smarter city. Now, moving back to our previous slides, what interestingly we can observe from these environments are how do we make the city to be smarter, and what exactly is a smart city? I can just give a basic core definition for smart city as that kind of an urban area which uses different types of electronic methods and the sensors to collect the information. And the information which is collected from these devices to will allow the programmer to gain a better insight which could be able to manage the resources, services, assets to have an improvisation with an operations occurring across a region or a city. Now, the smart city always includes the data which is collected maybe from the citizens, the data which is collected from the devices, data which gets collected from the buildings which are across the region, the data which is collected from the assets, and so on. And these collected information or a data is basically processed and it is analyzed to monitor along with the management of necessary transportation systems, maybe the water supply networks, or probably it even could be with an detection of certain major flaws occurring with the banking sector, or even with the detection of the libraries, schools, hospital, the community, and so on. There are a lot many things which we can observe to make a city to be smarter. And if we are covering these integrities with various physical devices connected to each and every sector, and that is being given with a digitized mode, we call that process as a smarter city. And now with simple word, I can just tell a smart city concept always tries to integrate the information and the communication technology, which we call it as ICT. And it also has various physical devices which are connected to an IoT. And this in turn helps in optimizing the efficiency of the city operations and the various services which connects to the citizens. Now, the smart city technology allows the city officials to interact directly or interact indirectly with the community, with the city infrastructure, and to monitor what's really happening in the city and how the city is basically evolving. And here we can just think there is an ICT which is used to enhance the quality performance, enhance the interactivity of all those urban services which will be provided to an environment. And this in turn would be able to develop the urban flows with real-time responses being captured from the users. And this smart city again specifies a lot of interpretations in the form of analysis carried out by the system. And now maybe I can just tell each and every region or each and every city has different parameters or different aspects which should be given with the preference. Maybe I just tell now I would like to make Bangalore a smarter city. And if I would like to make the city to be smarter, I should see all those relations which comes from the manufacturing section, which comes from a transportation, which comes from various types of public regions covering the oil, or it could be the gas, or even it could be the defense, the insurance, agriculture, food services, and so on. And when we observe these many facts are involved with the system, definitely, just to take on better conclusory remarks on this smarter city would be little bit difficult. And to overcome these difficulties, the IoT has given four important stages, which is called as monitoring, control, optimization, and autonomous. So let's just look what exactly is the view of these technologies. When I say it's monitoring, it's all about the information which we are having a gaining of insights into the historical data and into the data which is coming with the live fashion. That's about the monitoring action. And this monitoring action definitely would be carried out with the normal devices which are attached to the IoT environment. There is a second stage which is called as a control, and this control basically tries to just gather the monitoring aspects which is obtained from the previous block, and it will give all those functionalities which will give the actions to be taken. And if the actions are taken, how does it get deviation from the actions to yield better results? And this possible definition could be related for control. And there is the third stage called as optimization. And here in this optimization, I will always relate to all those services which is observed. Maybe the services can come from the cloud, the services can come from the deployment of the system which has occurred with an IoT space. The services in turn can come from the data which is substantiated with the system. The services may come from the controlling actions and so on. And the last one is an autonomous, and this autonomous state gives the flexibilities in terms of extension to the already existing system. Now, when we observe from a functional perspective view, this is how we could see the sensing and smarter devices are having a connections established with the respective nodes, and respective nodes are acting as a layered approach with an processing nodes, and this processing nodes are connected to the actual remotely cloud-based processing nodes to gather an application to just get an insight about the data. Now, let's just make what is data and how do I make sense out of data. So now, as you are observing, we are working with the smarter city, and now the data from the smarter city could be obtained from lot of means. We can observe there the big data is generated from number of ways, which includes moving around with your smartphone. I can generate a data. I am having some kind of sensors which is added to the pet's collar. I can get a data about an ocean by just having an interface given with the sensors. I can get a data with the entertainment. I can get a data from the product based. Maybe the data is obtained from on how the internet is being browsed by this home. Maybe the data could be found what are the humidity factors which accounts for the soil in this particular apartment. So what we observe from this diagram is there is a multi-storied building or an apartment. There are people who are walking around in this particular eco space, and we have got certain lighting arrangements which are given to this space. There are buildings through which it could be worked with an adding of soil. There are some trees which are planted. There are vehicles which are moving around. Each of these facts which are given in this diagram should work with a digitized manner. And to work upon with this digitized fashions, there are a lot of hidden sensors which are added into the system. And this sensors will pass on valuable data to the servers or to the brokers to take up the better decisions. That's the way in which I could observe the data there. Now, the data, as you all know, it's having a lot of changes as we pass across or cross your span. Nowadays, we have much more data and the content, which is overcoming in decade, and we can observe there are 35 and above zettabytes of data which is coming from various sources, and these sources should address the data in terms of V's, that's possibly volume, velocity, veracity, and we have got varacity. And here when the data has been passed across these parameters or the conditions, there are ownerships which could be added to the data. And the type of ownership can be a private, it could be the commercial sensor data provider, it could be from the public, or even it could be from the personal or an household. And depending on this type of data ownership, the IoT can make sense whenever we blend the data. And the data could be blended to create a newer compound applications covering the home, covering the waste management on health sector, a transportation, or probably on home or an office automations. Now, what's that we are gaining a value by giving the sense to the data? We actually are gaining a wisdom which is evaluated by an understanding. We are gaining what is that kind of an understanding which we obtain by sensing the data, and we are gaining an answer to how to frame a knowledge from an understanding, and where and when the answers should be given to an information acquired by the data. So down the lane, you can see enormous amount of data, and above the lane, you can observe from this diagram, we just have a smaller amount of wisdom. And that smaller amount of wisdom is what I say it's an evaluated understanding. And more important over here is we need to have a benefit which should be gained to an humanity, and yet we are serving with a less cost with a maximum efficiency. That is the way in which I can just generate sense out of the data which is given by the system. And we see there are some complexities with respect to the smarter city. Raw data. If I'm just looking for a raw data could be a location, or it could come from a service being accessed, or even it could come from probably the location of a tower, a cell tower information services accessed, to what extent this cell tower is used, to what are the various patterns which is observed by the respective subscribers, what's the temperature, what's an environmental data, what are the usage patterns which is occurred, and what are the demographics relates. And these type of real-time input data, if we are trying to gather, we may have a complexity, and the data which was given through this block may not be accurate. That is one complexity or a challenge a smarter city always has with it. Now, moving further, we do have one more key component called as an information component. If I'm just taking the first real-time input data coming from a person or coming from a mobile, I see the information component as how many number of mobile subscribers are there on the bus, and how many number of subscribers are traveling in the bus, and they are likely to be the neighbors. And we can also have an information component from this first one as what is the usage pattern of a public transport which has been occurred in the neighboring states, or which has been occurred with the neighborhoods. So that comes from the second block, which I call it as transport. Then the third block, as you are seeing, it's nothing but an cell tower information, and the cell tower information component may have a challenge when it's been loaded on the mobile, loaded with the network, loaded with the different events occurring on a network, loaded with what are the crime reports which comes with this network, and how it has been overcome with the security patterns. Then when I observe the demographics should give a mapping of a city, how it has been digitized, and how exactly the crime which is occurring in the city is minimized with respect to the introduction of digitization. And those are some of the complexities which can crop in whenever we see the smarter city as an application. And now the knowledge products which can come from these real-time inputs helps the users, helps the clients, helps the owners for improvised decision making by having an appropriate feedback being given to all those necessary services which is deployed in the system. And it also aims at reducing the cost of delivery to all those government related services. It aims in improving the response time involved with the crime patterns. Then it also aims at the improvisation of delivery of the government services with respect to the product or a sale. Now, taking that smaller hint to just to create a smarter city into consideration, we can observe there are some reasons through which we focus on cities. The reasons here would be when we are living in a city, most of the people will be looking with a point called as global innovation. And most of the people who are with the city have been given with a name called as they live with the center of civilization. They live with a modern life. They live with a knowledge which has been acquired from the modern life. And yet they are having a population being increased with larger sense. And when a population is more, and I would like to make a city to be smarter, there may be the types of cities which could be taken into preference. The first is it's on the revenue based or a revenue driven city, or is a city a carbon driven, or is a city a vanity driven. So what we mean by this is the city should be free from pollution. The city should generate certain kind of revenues and it should grow fastly. And the city should have the least transportation factors through which the people who are traveling will have lesser accidents, lesser means of surveillance with respect to the city. And now the citizen focused within building trust is the first centric point what a smarter city would look for. And to take out this kind of an citizen focus, there are certain tools which will support the decisions to handle within collaborative fashion, to give an accountable information, to have a cost effectiveness with an environment, and to be transparent with the system. And now we use a chrono called as build cities through the eyes of the citizens. And that would give a better city and a better world. Now, the vision for the city which needs to be improvised for a future is make visible the invisible. Sense the city, provide all those necessary tools for the citizens to interpret and change the working way with respect to a city, and always look for an open source and an open data values or technologies which makes the programming to be easier when we are working on an projects related to the smarter city. And that's all about the smarter city. And moving further from this smarter city,